Is that the bearing noise? Oh, I was going to say the bearings don't sound too good.
Welcome to DMOT Garage. We're back on the 1970 Bud for Kiera. In the last episode we were mucking around with it, and as you can see over there, you got Oven Boy, I don't know what he's doing, hopefully not crashing into my guards over there. He's taking the 64 out. We've got a little bit of welding to do in the bay next door. There he goes. And we have got wheels and tyres. We're going to get them put on right now, get those sorted. We have the steering wheel painted and that came up nice. We can get that installed as well. It's just really going to be installation day of a lot of parts. Unfortunately, we don't have this trim on the side, but we are getting it from Rick at Vogs Recycle. He's got a couple of pieces for us next week, so we'll be able to finish off the chrome work on it. And we have to also get some ducting. We do have this size, but the middle size is hard to get for some reason. So we're trying to find that. Brake master cylinder needs to go in. Obviously fuel tank will have to go in as well. And we'll nip up a couple of little bits and pieces here. Now, I did post on Instagram this issue here, and of course I did get a couple of people saying, oh, you know, cut them off, glue it on, whatever. But the best idea was the tying the string around it and pulling it through. So we're going to try that today and see if we can get those to work, because that, yeah, is not much fun at all. All right, let's get some tyres on and wheels.
Yeah? No.
Why do you have to ruin the shot? You do not want to come off, do you? Would be one. So, quick little story. When I was getting my orange bus onto the road and I was actually driving it for the first time to the roadworthy centre, I had powder coated the wheels and we're driving up the freeway 100 kilometres an hour. We're just getting off the freeway and I started to feel a vibration in the rear end and I thought something doesn't feel right. So as I went off the freeway onto a road, I quickly pulled over. As I pulled over, bang, the car's just dropped down at the back. The back wheel fell off.
You smashing cars again?
Yeah.
Is that the bearing noise?
I don't
I was gonna say the fucking bearings don't sound too good.
So what had happened is the powder coat around where the studs go had gotten hot because the rear brakes, I think I'd had them adjusted a little bit too tight, so they got hot on the freeway. Of course, the powder melted, which then created a gap between the wheel nut and the rim, and the wheel nuts all backed off. Luckily, they all fell inside the hubcap, but of course the wheel fell off, went up under the guard. It did end up denting the side of the car, which I sort of pushed it back out, luckily, but you know, luckily my dad was behind me in another car, and I rang a friend who just happened to be around the corner with a jack in his car. So he came, jacked it up, put it back on, and tightened them all up, and off to the roadworthy we went, and of course it passed. But it's a good reminder to make sure, even the back of the rim, where if it's painted, make sure you take it back to bare metal. You don't want paint on paint, basically. Anyway, let's have a look at these things now that they're on. Got the other side on as well. Now, obviously, there's no motor in that, so it's going to come down a lot lower. But yeah, look, some people don't like the fact that we've got the colour-coded outside rim, but again, this is for a female, and I think it's going to look kind of cool. It'll be very similar to Millie's, obviously different colour. Cool. All right, let's move on. We're going to get onto trying to finish off these rubbers here, and we're going to do this little string method and see how that works.
A few moments later.
Okay, so we've moved on to this pain in my backside. These things are just, yeah, this is off a surgical mask, a bit of elastic, and I've got one of them in already, and believe it or not, how I did it was tied a little loop around here. We'll see whether it works a second time, because it did work, sort of. You can see what I've done there like that. Tied it on there. Drop this through the hole. And I tried fishing line first, and that didn't work. It just snapped. It wasn't strong enough, but this stuff seemed to... Let's have a look. Yeah, it got most of it in. So then I've just got this little pick here, just to get the remainder of it through, like that. And then pull that off. Did it go in? No. Or did it? No, it did. And then just make sure the rest of it's come out through the bottom. No, that one failed, I'm afraid. Have to try it again. I'll just get another bit of rope. But it did work the first time, believe it or not. We'll do a little knot here. Like that. There we go. Pop you through the hole. Now, I might also just add a bit of WD-40 to it. Just to make it a little bit slippery. Let's try again. No, that one broke off. Damn it. Well, we're going to be gluing that one on freight. At least we got two of them in. This one has completely snapped. So, yeah, didn't work on the third effort. But two's better than one, I suppose. So what we'll do is just put a little bit of Sikaflex on that into the corner here and bond it, and then we can keep going. We can put that into there and It probably will hold actually, I think, because it's now flush. We can probably goop it from the other side and then they'll hold it in position, so that's all right. We'll continue. Okay, we'll get over to the other side and get that done. Okay guys, so we've got the other side done. Now, unfortunately, well, I didn't film it, but what I did, I changed my method because the string wrapping it around, it was actually bending it sideways. It wasn't taking it directly straight in, so I couldn't get it to work on these three. What I did was just something totally different. I used a skewer, and what I did is I came in through the top and pushed down above the nipple and pushed it and pushed it and pushed it, and I was able to get it all the way through, and then the little barbs came out, bang, bang, done. And I was like, did it 3 times. Within 2 seconds, I was like, I got them in. I couldn't believe it. So they're tight, not broken. All this is all in. Yeah, fantastic. So that's the method that I'm going with from now on when I have to do this again, which we do have some more beetles. So anyway, it's all wrapped in all the way around. So another job ticked off on the 1970 bug. Now, hubcaps, what we're going to be going with, we did have the ones with the Wolfberg crest, but Kiera didn't like those, so we're going to go with these ones, which are the original style, and we'll probably paint the centre V-dub in black or white. I don't know, we haven't decided yet, but I think you'll see what I'm talking about. So that's what we're going to be looking like. So I think it'll be a good look. I mean, it's exactly the same as Millie's Aqua Bug, so we're going sort of with that same theme, which is good. So anyway, that's one more part done. So we can't finish off under the dash here because we're waiting for the piping. Oven Boys ordered some of this size piping, which is the 32mm, I think. So yeah, unfortunately we can't nip this up. I wanted to try and get this all done and get the bonnet on and get the fuel tank in, but we'll just have to wait for that. So next will be, let's get the master cylinder bolted in, because you can see down there we have no brakes at all. So I'll go and grab that out of the stash and let's start installing it. Okay, so this is the master cylinder we're using. Let's just have a look at the brand here, is the 8. I think they've been around for a long time, and judging on the writing here, I think these could be made in, where are these things made? Czech Republic. Okay. I just saw some Greek writing on there, and of course, where did I see the Greek? I'm sure I saw Greek writing. Did I see Greek writing? Yeah, there it is right there. Yes, anyway, what we are going to do, and unfortunately I can't put it in right now because I just realised we want to bench bleed this. Bench bleeding, it's just way less painful trying to get the things bled up later on, and we had heaps of troubles with Millie, so I've got some attachments which I have special pipes coming out of them. Unfortunately they're back at my headquarters, so we'll have to put this off until next week. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer, but that's all right. Steering wheel, I don't know if we can get that column in or not. Maybe. I know we've got to get that steering wheel off because we're going to be swapping it with this one, but I just wonder whether that is going to impede Matt's ability to do the headlining, and I'm thinking it'd be better not to have it in here. Yeah, I think we're going to do that too. One more thing, I don't know if you can see it on camera, this looks a little bit thinner than this, a bit paler in colour. I've got a feeling this might have missed out on a final coat of orange because it just doesn't seem to be the right colour, so we're going to respray that anyway. Now, what's Oven Boy doing?
You know that goop you used for the those axle boots?
Yes.
There's no way I can get that axle boot off.
Well, that's good.
No, it's not, because I can't replace it.
We're going to come up and have a look now and see what he's doing. Hang on. All right. So here we are. We're up at the top garage. As you can see, the single cab. What's the name of this single cab again? What do we call it? Did it have a name?
It was actually called Remy there for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we've had it up on the hoist for about 2,000 years now. It's been a while.
It's been taking quality.
So we've been, for an update, what have we done? We've changed the oil lines.
All the oil lines to upgrade them to a larger diameter oil line. I've gone 3/4 rather than 1/2 inch because it's such a long run. And
Yeah, because of
it's
the...
cold in the morning and I don't want to pop a line. I popped the line in the orange combi using the original stuff that came with the kit.
Right.
It was probably old, so I had that stuff in here too. It wasn't old, it's still quite good, but I went for something Italian oil line, which is supposed to be 4.
Right,
Up,
and this is
operating at 100
and this is 3/4.
Yeah, it's 3/4.
Yeah, okay.
Something large that offset the oil pump bits and pieces.
And obviously the radiator's still mounted up.
Replumbed it, yeah, and I
Yep.
replumbed it going through the filter last this time, just in case I picked up debris in the line by
Okay.
filtering lines and shit.
And what we were doing is the gearbox has been leaking.
Yeah, the axle boots. Or
Axle
somewhere
boots
around there.
or the flange,
Or
we
the
don't know,
flanges,
but
we
there's
don't know.
there's
But
drips.
there is good goop on the flange. I've seen this. They've got the there's black goop where they've put the two halves together, so I think that's done all right. I think it's either the because it's running full synthetic.
It's thinner.
Yeah, it's thinner, and I don't know if the paper gaskets absorb it and expand as much as they do with the conventional one.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
So we're
Anyway,
just
so I've got some micro holes there. I'm going to fill with goop and just put up with it. And if it still leaks, next year I'll take it out. So you can fag doing it.
yeah. Well, it's a big job, as you know,
Take everything out again.
you know, engine gearbox all has to come out just to
Change the boots, and I put solid boots on next year. Take the axles and the whole one.
not do the two parts. And so you got another. These are the MP silicon.
Anti-silicon ones, yeah, I don't know. They come
I
with
don't
a-
know if anyone's used these or not.
I tried to get the V-Wave ones, and I couldn't find any. So I got Phoebe as well. I don't know if they're the wrong batch, you know, on that you had that leaked. These ones don't seem to be breaking down anyway. I don't think it's a problem with breakdown in this thing.
No.
The amount of leak. So I can see, and you've got good eyesight, and I haven't.
Yep.
On the boot, on the inside of the boot, at the top corner here, I can see where it's weeping. If I put a light on, you'll be able to see it.
Okay. I can have a look. All right.
And that's one I'm going to clean. It's got a goop, because you can see there's a break in the goop line. There, and have a look. And you can see,
Oh yeah.
you can go on the chair and have a look. But it makes it comfortable. Have a good look around the boot. You can see where it's been weeping oil through. So I've cleaned the whole lot up completely. I've taken all the gearbox oil out of it now, or at least until the level, so it's below the axle. So there's no oil coming through the boot that's pressurised anyway.
Yeah. And you know what? The rubber's in pretty good nick. It's not.
Good nick, there's nothing wrong with it.
No. Well, I mean, it's not that bloody old, is it?
So I've taken the clamps off. What I'll get you to do is to run the goop around where you can see this, where it's been weeping from. Have a look where it's been weeping on both sides. That's
Yeah,
your
it's-
target area.
It's really hard to see it, isn't it? All right, we'll get this sorted out. I'll put you guys down. Well, I can see the discoloration of rubber.
Yeah, it's got a wet mark.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's where the oil was coming from, or part thereof.
Right.
And when I over-tightened the clamps, that made it worse. So it's
Right.
cracking through the rubber. So even if you get it from the bottom to 3/4 of the way up, that one's below the halfway mark. That's when
Right.
it's leaking, yeah? Because when I put more oil in it, more oil came out. Like when I filled the gearbox up and topped it up,
Yep.
that's when it came out.
Okay.
2,000 years later.
All right, guys, have a look here. So this is what our quick fix is. We've just used the polyurethane black Sikaflex. We've just gone inside on both sides, gooped the absolute bejesus out of it, and hopefully in a couple of days' time we'll know whether we're going to be successful or not.
Otherwise, it's coming out next year.
Now, the progress report on the millibug, because a few people have been asking, it is going in for roadworthy next week, actually. So we've still got a couple of little things to do, just adjust the brakes and clutch and fuel gauge. We've got to sort that out. And then it'll be getting a drive. I might even film a little bit on its way down to the roadworthy place. So yeah, this will be on the road soon. We can finally get the hubcaps on it. We still do need to do that little touch up on the engine bay and the other side, but we'll do that later on. But yeah, just because people were asking about this one, that's where we're at. We're very close. So all the seat belts are in.
It's waiting for me to get that freaking car off the hood.
Well, that's right. We have to get that off there to put this on there. So, all right, let's move on. Oh, it's going to need a lot. Oh, there we go. It's sort of doing it. Yeah. You're creeping forward a bit. That was a good little dance going on there.
Creepy generally, right? Yeah.
Well, at least I'm stoked that we got these things in. So we've got a couple.
Use your own little way, your own technique.
My own technique. So these two wheels.
How many responses?
Oh, I don't know. These we're going to paint up as a spare for Kiera's, and then
That one, those two, is it?
yeah, I think they're the two good ones.
Wasn't it?
Oh no, hang on.
That's the good one.
No.
Those are dodgy.
Yeah, that's dodgy. That's got a dented. Yeah, we're not going to use that one. So that one's good, and that one.
I'll take
Okay.
them up and I'll get them done too. Okay, so I've got to get them done over time.
All right.
That's just for moving cars around later.
And then we can also get the steering wheel. I thought it's probably a good idea to leave that out for Matt. Hey, the column. Because it'll probably
yeah,
getting in
that's
his
fine,
way,
that's fine.
and it's easy to put in later.
That's fine, I don't want that at all.
We'll do that.
We've got all the knobs and bowls and balls. All we do is worry about that bit of chrome for the thing that gets the glove.
That's it.
Leave these okay.
All right, guys. Well, short video today because I was sick last week, so I didn't actually get to do a lot of work. So
And
we'll see.
I was out in sympathy.
Well, he was gallivanting around doing something. I don't know. Anyway,
Car related.
we'll see you next week.